Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house. And today I've got these two CRKT knives with me. I've got the Maven right over here, and I've got the Montosa right over there, and we're gonna do a really quick comparison review between these two guys because they're very similar, but also they have something pretty different, I think. I mean, first of all, these are both offerings from CRKT. Both are made in China. Price wise, the Maven is gonna be around $50, maybe the Montosa just a little bit more expensive, around $60, but the ballpark is the same. They are both liner locks. They have both a length of around 7.75 inches overall, with a 3.7 inch long blade for the Maven, and just as you can see, just a tad shorter blade for the Montosa. Overall length is going to be around the same. The Maven has a drop point hollow grind blade. Look at that. It's very subtle, but this is, of course, drop point and hollow grind. The Montosa has a modified ship's foot blade with a flat grind. The steel is going to be the same because it's 8CR13 MOV, and both are going to be bead blasted finish. So you can see that the finish is basically the same. I would say the Montosa has a little bit of a darker finish to it, but they're very, very close indeed. Also, something different that you can notice, of course, is the handle. They are both sporting G10 handles, but if you just turn them upwards like this, you're gonna notice something substantially different. The Maven, it's featuring like full liners, and these are stainless steel liners. Would you look at that? They're pretty strong, pretty solid, whereas the Montosa is just sporting inlaid liners, let's say, for the lock side, and just a G10 scale for the presentation side. So that's gonna translate into very different weight, because Maven right here is going to be 4.5 ounces, whereas the Montosa is going to be 3.1 ounces, and you can really feel it. It's really a light one. Also, that's going to translate into sturdiness, because as you can see, you can introduce a little bit of flex when squeezing the handle, whereas here, yeah, you still can flex it, but much less than that. And that's, of course, because the structural rigidity of the Maven is superior to the one of the Montosa. Also, another little difference, you're gonna see that there's two standoffs over here with a pillar right there, so two hidden screws right underneath this scale, whereas here you just got an aluminum purple anodized backspacer with a lanyard hole integrated in it, whereas here I am assuming you can use this pillar right over here to as a lanyard loop kind of thing, so a little bit different design. Also, what it's different, it's gonna be, of course, like the color of the screws. This is just stainless steel. It's polished. It's as opposed to this guy that is sporting just like DLC coated hardware. They are both using T8 Torx bit screws for the pivot and T6 bits for the handle. Screws, and if you turn them around, you're gonna notice another set of similarities, like the dip carry pocket clip. It's pretty similar. The Montosa is gonna offer much less area sticking out of your pocket compared to the Maven, as you can see right over here. They both are sporting flush hardware for the pocket clip screws right over here, so it's not gonna snag into the edge of your pocket for sure. Another difference, of course, is going to be the pivot. This guy, in fact, the Maven is running on bearings, and the Montosa, it's lacking the logo. In fact, this guy is just running on Teflon washers. So the action is going to be much, much different. Also, because this guy is sporting a set of bearings, this is a flipper, so it has a flipper tab, whereas this guy is just using a thumb stud as a deployment option. So you're gonna have a pretty substantial action difference between these two guys, but nonetheless, the Montosa is just firing open, and this guy as well. So, but I would give the edge, honestly, to the Montosa, because the thumb stud action is just firing the blade open, and this one, yes, also like flipper tab is functional, absolutely, but I find that this action, it's much more satisfying because of the sound that it makes, and I mean, it's just me. That's just my observation. Also, something that the Montosa has more compared to the Maven is the pivot collar. Look at this. Both sides, they have a aluminum anodized, purple anodized pivot collar, which is giving a pretty nice touch. They are both showing some billboarding going on, like the name of the model, Rogers Design. In the Maven case, you got Rogers logo right over here, whereas Montosa is just showing the name Rogers Design right over there. Both deep carry pocket clips are sporting some billboarding, which is just the logo right over here. You can see also some differences in the milling patterns of the handle. This is just like a scalloped kind of thing with just one line, whereas the Montosa is sporting like three grooves going on both sides. Another little difference is that the pocket clip on the Maven is not reversible, and whereas in the Montosa you can just reverse it and put it on this side, but I think that that's a good option if you want to put it on this side, but then you're going to end up with this side over here that it's going to basically look like this one with this hole right over here, no filler tab included. So I mean, this is going to detract a little bit from the cleanliness of the design that this guy, for example, is sporting. So also, another slight difference is going to be the sound, because hear this. This is the Montosa opening. Sorry, this is me failing to open the Montosa. It's different. This is when closing the Maven, and this closing the Montosa. So this is much dampened and much lower pitch and lower noise when you open. The Montosa is thwacking like loudly, whereas this Maven right over here is a little bit less obtrusive than this one. But honestly, I prefer the strong sound of the Montosa 100%. So price-wise, these two guys are gonna be very similar, around $50. So you can't really go wrong with any of these two guys, because they have a beautiful design, nice sound, and also they are both having a pretty nice grip. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.